You've heard me say on multiple podcasts now, and probably multiple Facebook Live videos, I know I've said it at least 4 or 5 times now. Being a writer is being a writer. Being an author is 10% being a writer and 90% marketing your book. Well, what does that mean for a business owner when the intention is literally to make money, to see clients, to pay your bills? Marketing. You can't just be a writer and expect your book to sell. You got to market your book. You got to make a year-long strategy if you really want to do this thing, you know. That might be a stretch if you're brand new and you're just trying to get some confidence, I understand. But eventually, if you like it, you might consider doing more. And books are wonderful assets to create all kinds of money from.
And let me tell you, though, credibility-wise, it's going to go, it's leaps and bounds over that extra certification that you got.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. If you write a good book, one good book trumps 10 certifications that may have taken longer than it did to write that book. But, you know, I agree, you probably need some certification in the book to say, hey, I'm certified or I'm licensed and here's my book.
Yeah, maybe or maybe not. Yeah.
Not all amazing books have had certified authors.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they were certifiable. But
well, I mean, even Dr. Wayne Dyer, he stopped using the doctor, you know, after a while. Because it wasn't, you know, I think that there was something I think he even talked about, you know, needing that credential and then eventually realizing, oh, wait a minute, you know, I am enough.
He's got his name now.
Certainly. But there was a lot of things that, because he was so in alignment with his work, I mean, he said, I bought from my publisher, because this was back then before, this was 30 years ago, before there was really any of this indie publishing and self-publishing world. You know, he said, I so believed in my work, Erroneous Zones, that I bought the first publishing, or the first stack of books from the publisher, because I went out there and I sold my books out of my car and I was giving them away and doing all this stuff because I believed in my message so much that I believed that everyone needed to read it.
Right.
And then he said, then he bought his second round of the same book from his publisher and went out there. And then, you know, things caught on because of his diligence and what he believed in. So when you have a business, a service, a product, you have to believe in it so much. It's more than just the you know, showing people that they need it, because you do still need to show them that they need it. This is why his book helps you, not here, buy my book because I'm Wayne Dyer, right? It's so much more than that.
A lot of people are drawn to being a business owner or an entrepreneur because it sounds glamorous. It has an air of potential success. And if you've been in business for a while and you know what you're doing, you'll find that it takes a lot more work than being in a job.
Yeah.
Right? Or some people think that, well, they don't fit in the corporate world in any way, shape, or form, so they have to start a business as a result. And I understand that too. But if you based all your worth on getting a degree so that you can get a job, and then you decide to do a holistic business instead, so you decide to get certified in order to start a business, it's apples and apples here. You know, you're doing the same thing, just in a different arena. But being a holistic business owner with a certification, you get more immediate feedback that you're not doing the business part right. If you're not, in fact, doing the business part right.
Right.
So, like I said earlier, if you're a business owner, marketing, you should be spending most of your time marketing. You know, the certification is the great value. And notice how when I do these podcasts, I don't talk about your authenticity. We do talk about the importance of it, but I don't talk about you being inauthentic, and I don't talk about you not being great at what you do. I assume you are all great at what you do.
Right.
What I know, however, is that you're probably not marketing yourself or believing in your worth. Anybody can have confidence in doing a task or getting a particular result for somebody, but that has nothing to do with their self-worth and self-esteem. That's why it's so hard to talk about what you do. Now that's the vast majority of people that's going to be the case. And then there's going to be a very, like Kira said, 2% of you who just need the information and hadn't gotten it yet.
Yeah.
But most people know, even 7-8-year-olds know that they can go to Google and find out anything they want. So if you're not you do it all the time. What is this thing about shopping late at night with Amazon and buying stuff? That's kind of a thing or whatever.
I do it.
Okay.
I did it last night.
Well, I've seen it on Facebook that people do this. I can understand. I don't fall to that, but I'm encouraging myself to increase my self-worth, I guess. But 2% of the people just need the information. Just point me to where to go. Well, here I am telling you, go to Barnes & Noble.
Right.
Do some Google searches. There's countless people wanting to teach you how to do marketing. Go to Teachable. Go to Udemy.
Yeah.
And look at the classes made very affordable by people who are students just like you, but who have mastered something and they want to teach it. It's not about the content. It's just about finding the right teacher, right? It's not about the fact that you want to write a book. Of course you want to write a book. You just needed to find a publisher that felt right to you.
Right.
And that was us, if you're listening to this podcast, asyouwishpublishing.com.
Right.
If you want to learn marketing and selling from me, if you are a coach of any kind and you offer any kind of emotional transformation as a coach, come to my mastermind group on Facebook for Selling Emotionally Transformative Services. I give more than the farm away on that mastermind group.
Yeah, you do.
I read through the entire book.
Yeah.
And I coach through the whole thing. It's a labor of love. I'm getting nothing back for that.
Right.
I'm not even necessarily wanting to put myself out there as a business coach right now, just because the publishing business
it takes up
all
98%
my time.
Takes up
98% of my time. Yeah, the selling part that's just a hobby. Or if you want to read the book or listen to it, you can search for it on Audible. It's on Audible now. Yeah. It's on Amazon. You can just type in Selling Holistic, and then my book will show up number one there. And yeah.
So there you have so many choices, so many opportunities. You are not going to lack for information. The main thing that you might lack is being able to allow yourself to put yourself out there and trust that this is exactly what you're meant to do. And believe me, if this is something that you're meant to do in this lifetime, you are going to do it. And when you do, you are going to get feedback. You're going to get information. It's not failure, okay? So if something's not working, my suggestion is to go hard against the grain. Do the things that you said you would never do, but know that you can still do it in an authentic way. And marketing is not smarmy. It's not. Getting yourselves out of that mindset to believe that that this is a bad thing and marketing is a bad word. It really is not. It's if you believe in the product, the service that you provide, that it's being of service, it's the right thing, it's going to be helpful for people, you owe it to them, you owe it to yourself to release any old belief paradigms around marketing itself and be still authentic and just share the thing that you're meant to share with the world.
Smarketing is not smarkety.
Right.
Marketing is not smarmy. Smarmy is not smarketing. Dang it, what is it?
Marketing is not smarmy.
Marketing is not smarmy. And it's not snide.
It's definitely not snide.
The reason we're beating this to a pulp is to overwhelm the part of you Remember, I do everything with strategy. We're trying to overwhelm your senses and overwhelm your reasoning faculties to the point to where you say to yourself, God bless it, I am tired of my bullshit. I am taking a God blessed step. I'm tired of this shit. You know, that's what we're trying to get you to say to yourself here.
Right.
Really. It's like, how many options do you need to take a step for you? I am fighting for your self-worth right now, maybe more than you are. You know, what will it take? You know?
Yeah.
What will it take? What will it take to take any kind of step? Yeah. The marketing, the manager class, the 2% thing. I mean, I thought that, at least in my immediate circles, that my book would be pounced upon by so many HBOs, holistic business owners, and it wasn't. Now, I know that it sold a lot, and it is doing very well, but I was also surprised that people who claim to be business owners haven't really dug their heels in so deep and say, holy crap, this book is written for me, and it is got helpful information, and you know, and some people kind of pick and choose what they want. Sure. But it's surprising. It's so surprising. Sometimes.
But you know, statistically, it's not. You know, so there are people that are digging in. You know, I know a couple of our authors are like, you know, not only that, but they've spent some private time with you to discuss their options from a sales standpoint and how to help them heal some of that self-worth stuff, you know.
True.
And so yeah, I think the 2% is certainly doing that.
The 2% is working with me.
So we just say, okay, well, when that 98% is ready to take on that responsibility and they really want to give it a shot, I think that some people just go, you know, I'm just doing it because it's fun, and I just do it with my friends, and I just do
or
it
they
with
do
my
it because
family.
their friends are doing it.
Yeah, and they don't know how to take ownership, and they don't need to bring it to the world in a bigger way. I know when we have a spiritual mindset on things, you know, I think part of this is absolutely true. Like, you know, from that spiritual thought process that says, well, you know, I'm just going to allow it to kind of come to me.
Well, then you must have another means of income to pay your
right,
bills.
and that could be very true. So I'm just going to kind of let it come to me, and you know, I'm going to do it as needed, or I'm not going to charge for it. So some of that is very genuine and authentic. The other side of that, though, is where is a trick of the ego that says I'm actually not worthy enough to ask for money for this, or I'm not going to ask for money for this, but it's under this spiritual guise of saying, yeah, but you know, it's just a God-given gift and I'm not going to charge for it and that kind of stuff. But if we remember Dr. Usui's teaching, it's in Reiki, and most people who have come up in the ranks here, started with Reiki, is that there has to be an equal energy exchange, or the energy work isn't actually going to last. So, you know, that's something to consider too, as we kind of, you know, meander our way back to the point, which is staying harmonious with your message and remembering that what you have to offer is necessary in this world.
I hope you enjoyed this.
Is there anything else you want to say?
You better enjoy it.
You better enjoy it.
It's a powerful topic, and you know, we say these things not to make anyone feel bad. We say it because we believe in intuitive feelers. We believe in people who have incredible talent and skill, but who are failing to have the self-worth to support themselves in business. In a nutshell.
Yeah.
And that's why it's hard to talk about what you do. You don't know how to talk about it. You know, if you don't know, I get it. But the question is, how much effort have you made to learn how to talk about it?
Yeah. That's the biggest thing, is that right there. How much effort have you put into learning how to talk? Or are you just looking at what everybody else does? But remember, if you look at what everybody else does, you're going to potentially get some of those same things, and if they're